Hello, welcome to a new video about TMS web core for Visual Studio Code. In this video we are going to see about the options you have for moving, resizing, and all the hints and guidelines that you have on the form designer. The first thing is to highlight that, for example, when you select a component and you move that component, the set order of that component is going to be placed on top, so it's easy for you to see it, and also that applies to multi-selection. Okay, so that way you have easy to see where you are going to place your components, and when you release the mouse and when they are dropped on the final destination, the set order will be restored to its previous value. As you can see, you can move a single component and several components at the same time. Okay, if they are multi-selected. Also, if you have a selection of components, if you press the arrow keys, okay, this up, down, left, right, this allows you to navigate through all the components you have in your form. In the same way, if you are inside a container, okay, right, left, that works. So you can use your keyboard to select the component you want. Also, just remark that, for example, if a component is inside a container and you press the escape key, the parent will be selected. Okay, so that is an easy way to select the parent component of another component. So it's very straightforward. More things is about moving a component. For example, this component, if you want to move it and you press the Control Alt and then you use the arrow keys, you can move that component one by one pixel in the screen, so it's very easy for you. And if you want to move it faster, just press the Shift key, okay, and it will be moved depending on the grid size you have. Also, if you are moving a component, by default, if this is set, it will be moved by the grid size. But if you want to move it one by one, just press the Shift key and the movement will be slower. Okay, that also applies to resizing. Okay, if you are resizing and press the Shift key, the operation will be done one by one. More things: in order to resize components, if you press the Shift key and you use the arrow keys, the component will change its width and height depending on the direction you are taking. Okay, so it's as easy as that. And if you have several components selected at the same time here, and you press the arrow keys, okay, this will be, it will change the width and height of all the components at the same time. In order to resize the container, the form, you have these handles, so you can resize height and width at the same time, and these ones. Okay, this is the way for you to resize the main form. There are also guidelines that will help you to align your components with another components. If you move your component, it will be looking for several guidelines and several edges of the other components, so it will be highlighted. Okay, that works with another containers, and the goal is that it's easy for you to move a component to be aligned with another component that you have on the form. That also applies also to resizing. Okay, when you resize a component, guidelines will be also shown and enabled for you to resize your component to match the edges of the other components. Another thing that you have on the form designer are hints, that if you mouse over a component, you will see the name of the component, the class of the component, the coordinates, both the origin and size, and also if tab stop is enabled and what order that component has inside the tab order. Okay. Also, there is a hint: when you move a component, you will see always what are the top and left coordinates where you are moving that component. And when you resize the component, you also get a hint about the width and height of that component. Okay, so that is a nice way for you to interact and with the components and to design your UI. Okay, thank you.